This is How America Was Stolen, Episode 48, where law and memory meet the forces of profit. Land alone was not enough. Even when treaties were recognized and parcels returned, corporations moved quickly to exploit resources, often with government support. Wealth became the modern instrument of theft. Oil, gas, minerals, timber, and water were not just resources, they were leverage. Pipelines cut across sacred lands. Mines destroyed ecosystems. Rivers were diverted to feed industry rather than communities. Projects were approved under the guise of development and national interest, masking centuries of injustice with bureaucratic language. Native nations faced a new battlefield, capitalism itself. Legal battles became complex and expensive. Tribes sued to halt pipelines or mining projects, citing treaty rights and environmental laws. Courts often ruled narrowly, favoring corporations in the name of growth. Governments claimed neutrality, yet policies and enforcement consistently sided with wealth and influence over justice. Episode 48 shows how resistance adapted. Tribes became lawyers, negotiators, and strategists. They established legal teams, leveraged media attention, and formed alliances with environmental groups. Youth activists documented violations, broadcast campaigns, and mobilized public opinion. Culture, identity, and law intertwined as survival became both physical and economic. Yet the system was cunning. Corporate wealth and lobbying power allowed opponents to outspend, outmaneuver, and outlast. Delays and technicalities drained resources. Tribes were forced to fight not only for land, but for every acre of recognition, and every drop of water still under their jurisdiction. And still, victories came. Some tribes won settlements that returned portions of their land, revenue streams, and control over sacred sites. Others used modern business to assert sovereignty, proving that economic development could exist alongside cultural preservation and environmental stewardship. Episode 48 highlights a bitter truth. Theft evolves, but so does resistance. What was once stolen by soldiers and law is now threatened by money and power. But Native nations demonstrated that control could be reclaimed, not by waiting, but by confronting the modern tools of exploitation head-on. Episode 48 ends with a reminder. Sovereignty is not optional. Recognition is not enough. Survival depends on using every tool available, law, culture, education, and economic strategy, to ensure what was taken cannot be taken again. In Episode 49, the story shifts to intergenerational survival,